streamer XQC just signed a 2-year, $100 million contract with Kick.com. This is the biggest streaming contract, bar none. The second biggest, Ninja, $50 million. He doubled it. XQC is officially getting paid more than LeBron James. LeBron! He's getting paid $97.1 million over 2 years, which makes him the top paid player in the NBA. And XQC is making more money. That is fucking mind-blowing. Now, it is before you guys get on your high horse and you say, who watches XQC anyway? Deserved to some degree. XQC is the biggest streamer on Twitch and has been for a long time. 2020, #1 streamer. 2021, XQC #1. 2022, XQC #1. Past 6 months of 2023, #1 streamer.
Look at your boy down
XQC. There. He's been the top dog for the past few years.
Wait, hold on. Let me run that back. Wait, hold on. #7, #8. Hold on.
For a long time, XQC is the biggest streamer on Twitch and has been for a long time.
Okay, so this is what? What year is this? 2020. I'm not even in the playing field.
#1 streamer.
2021, #8.
2021, XQC #1. 2022,
2022,
XQC
#6.
Past 6 months.
Past 6 months, #7. So remember that. Take that shit to the motherfucking bank. Okay? That, in and of itself, to me, at least, is unimaginable. That is not something I take for granted. Okay? So whenever you say stuff like, Hasan, fucking, like, how do you do this kind of thing? How do you withstand all the fucking hatred that you eat? Like, you eat a metric ton of shit every fucking day. Or even on the other side, like where you're like, oh, you must be jealous. Like, no, I'm not. Because I never expected to be with, like, I never expected to be alongside these fucking guys. I never expected there to be these kinds of numbers. I never expected this community to be this large. This is a left-wing broadcast where we talk about news and commentary from a left-wing perspective. It was never designed to be this popular. That was never the fucking goal. It just happened, okay? So, of course I'm not going to take that shit for granted, no matter what happens, okay? Don't be crazy. You're currently #4 on Twitch in terms of subs? Yeah. And have been for a while. Have been for a while, too. Because people want to fucking avoid the middle of the hour ad breaks that are 1 minute long. They want to avoid the top of the hour ad breaks that are 3 minutes long. So they subscribe. But for me, I never expected to have these kinds of numbers to begin with. So I'm always happy. I'm always happy with where I'm at. I started on this platform with 35 views talking to fucking Felix Biederman of Chapo Trap House playing Fortnite on my PlayStation where we talked about like Israel, Palestine and shit. Okay? Let's be real. I am so fucking fortunate every goddamn day.
Months of 2023, #1 streamer XQC. He's been the top dog for the past few years, and it seems like he will continue to be the top dog for the next couple years. Well, at least it seemed that way until he brought his talent over to Kick.com. Now, before we go any further, it's worth clarifying, this is a non-exclusive contract. He will not be locked into an exclusive contract with the site. He could stream on YouTube, TikTok, and he plans to still stream on Twitch, though not nearly as often. And the expectation is that Kick is where he primarily produces his content, which is in line with Kick's growth strategy, where they sign huge streamers to non-exclusive contracts so they can still stream on Kick and then hopefully bring the people over from Twitch to Kick over time. Which has been working out for them because Kick has grown tremendously. And this begs the question that everybody's wondering, How the fuck does Kick have this much money? How do they have $100 million contract money? Because the only other people who came close to that amount of money was Microsoft, which makes sense. Microsoft has a lot of money, and even they had to shutter their windows over at Mixer because they ran out of that shit. And the answer to that? Stake. Because the person who owns Kick, or is, I believe, the majority shareholder of Kick, is Ed Craven, who is also Stake Eddie, the guy who owns or is a part owner of Stake, which has reached a global gross revenue of $2.6 billion with a B dollars in 2022, which is why they're able to afford Drake as their main advertiser.
And it's 2.6 billion global gross revenue. Okay. Oh, they just crashed a Kick link? Wait, really? They broke the website? That's so funny. Well, it's working for me. Man, that 100 million is like a drop in the pond when you really think about it. No, dude. Microsoft can't do it because Microsoft does not have the zero overhead that Stake has. Okay? Stake has very little overhead. Stake has no shareholders. It's independently owned and operated by like 3 people in a shed in Curacao. That's it. They have enough money to be able to fund operations like this and literally pay fucking streamers hundreds of millions of dollars and even pay Amazon on the side to literally fucking build out this competitive platform because Amazon makes money off of Kick. Remember, Kick as a website is on Amazon servers. They rely on AWS.
In a $100 million advertising contract, which actually means Drake and XQC are getting paid the same amount. Canadians on top, I suppose. And this is not just me theorizing this. If you want, you can read yourself Ed Craven's own words because he has his own medium where he posts his own thoughts. And in that, he talks about why do people watch online casino games and the relationship between streaming services and casinos and how that can make casino games bigger and how you can make casino games more exciting to watch for people. And the general theory is that Kick.com is able to spend all this money because it advertises gambling. And they make a lot of money from gambling. It's just a guaranteed win. There's no way to lose because there's a house edge. So you just guaranteed make money from gambling.
Insider view, infrastructure costs are massive. Microsoft could surely afford that with Azure. Exclusives were just not making the ROI. I mean, clearly Microsoft didn't see sustainability in, even though they have Azure, they clearly did not see sustainability in like becoming a competitor to Amazon. And you could say that maybe it's because they did big signages and they didn't actually focus on like building a habitable, sustainable middle class of streamers and small up and coming streamers. Okay. But Austin is banned on Kick. Twitch personnel also has been officially banned from rival streaming platform Kick after publicly denouncing racism and transphobia. For Kick, XQC viewers are loyal, not like Ninja. Yes, XQC's viewers are more loyal than Ninja's viewers because Ninja viewers are Fortnite viewers. But XQC still has a big chunk of fans that are just like Twitch fans and have become XQC fans as a consequence of him being at the top of the directory. So there is that reality. So he will take a hit on that. No, you will never be able to convert 100% of your audience. You'll at most you'll probably be able to convert like 10 to 20% of your audience, and that is a huge amount for the record. And is it worth 100 million? I don't think so, but I think Kick is doing this to be like, fuck you, Twitch. Kick is doing this to get a tremendous amount of marketing, like people talking about Kick in mainstream media, and that's their purpose. That's why they did this. The dollar value is the way it is because they want to ensure the dollar value is the way it is because they want to ensure that like people know that they're a big dog in the space. Okay? Can you pull up Ludwig's Twitch and YouTube metrics so we can compare? Ludwig is not a good example. He is actually an anomaly in comparison to every single other contracted YouTube talent that was in the live streaming space on Twitch. Ludwig is one of the very few that actually has increased its daily concurrent viewership numbers. But that's mostly because Ludwig does a lot of VOD stuff. He's a YouTuber. He's always been a YouTuber first and foremost. So it's not a good way to analyze whether or not Ludwig is actually doing well on that platform. Because if you look at if you look at the overwhelming majority of streamers that have switched over to other places, it's always a shave off the top. Like Saikuno, Fusli, all of these streamers that have gone to YouTube Ray's an anomaly as well because she blew the fuck up during Among Us, but like her numbers now in comparison to where they were, in comparison to the Among Us numbers are not the same. So there are always like other factors into consideration, and that is of course YouTube. We're talking about YouTube. If you compare a company like YouTube that has a significantly larger built-in user base than Kick, which is trying to be a competitor to Twitch, that's an entirely different conversation. Kick's whole purpose is to try to funnel as many viewers, as many live stream watchers from Twitch as they possibly can to Kick. Now, Kick, of course, seemingly can't even fucking handle this move for XQC going over there. I'm sure they will figure it out on the back end. But I'm the producer at the mainstream media that booked you and canceled a few months back. I was just in a pitch meeting about who to book to explain why this news is a big deal. I don't know what mainstream media outlet you're referencing. But this is certainly I can speak to. Certainly something I can speak to. Do you think Twitch has to monetize their streamers more if their cash cows leave the platform? Not really. I think one thing that a lot of Twitch streamers understand is that like the floaters, as I like to call them, are always going to go to the top heavy. They will always go to whoever is at the top. And a lot of people understand that. So there will be a new top dog in the space. It'll probably be Kai. I probably will benefit from this as well. I'll be honest with you. And Miskiff as well. But that's it. Like, there's always going to be another guy who is as big. Because remember, XQC became that guy after Tifu couldn't cultivate the same mass that Ninja was able to maintain, or Dr. Disrespect left, and XQC took on a lot of those viewers as well. So, that's something that is something to consider. Doctor didn't leave. He was banned. Yeah, that's true. Well, regardless. Anyway, let's continue.
Gambling. The larger gambling is, the more money you make. Well, how do you advertise gambling? Because you're not allowed to do it on Twitch or YouTube. You make your own website, Kick. That's the general game plan. And it's kind of working. Slots and casinos are the most watched category on Kick, or at least they were for Q1 of 2023, and it's not really close. I mean, just chatting somewhat in the region, but all the video games are bigger, more than 10 times smaller than slots and casinos are. And this is also maybe Ed Craven's way of also fixing esports by bringing sports gambling into esports, and that might be the future of esports because we know that's a losing business right now. And where did sports go? They went to gambling. That's where Ed Craven thinks esports will go as well. And if you even go to kick.com, you'll see biggest streamer, Slots and casino. In fact, 3 of the top 10 streamers right now are slots and casino streamers, and that's just kind of the way it goes. But that's not all it is. That's what it was maybe at the start, but there are more creators who are outside of the casino sphere that are going to Kick. And it's because they offer something nobody else can. A perfect creator split. A 95-5 split. We all have been trashing Twitch over the past few months for cutting back from 70-30 to 50-50 and taking away creators' monies. Well, Kick is doing the exact opposite of that because, again, they seem to have this unlimited bank account they can draw from, which we all assume is coming from gambling, and so they can pay XQC $100 million to advertise to people what.
Yeah. No, that's precisely the point, and it's true, 100%. I think Twitch is starting to regret their gambling decision. Why would they? You think Twitch? I don't think Twitch cares about it. If they did, and if they, for example, found this to be a legitimately scary presence in the space, then they wouldn't be making dumbass decisions regularly, like the advertisement decision that they made and then had to go back on. No, they don't care. They don't own a fucking competitive crypto gambling operation, so they don't give a shit. I think the funniest part about this is that, like, Amazon is still winning in this situation because Kick basically operates like a stock on top of Twitch.
Kick is, and then get the smaller creators who now know about Kick, and they're like, well, if XQC will do it, maybe I can try it too. And you get a 95-5 split if you do. That seems worthwhile. And I anecdotally have seen a bunch of people who are interested in moving over to Kick. Even people like the guards Trent, like just a Valorant player who's really good, who's thinking about going over to Kick because you make way more money. Think about it. You have 100 subs, you're going to be making at least like $450 if you're on Kick, as opposed to Twitch where you're only making $250. That's a pretty good deal, especially if you're a smaller creator. And that's not where they're stopping, because Ed also talked on Medium about how he wants to do an hourly wage paid to creators, regardless of if they have 1 or 100,000 viewers, which has never been done before. It's never even been heard about before. Paying hourly to stream, no longer being reliant on the ads or the viewers to pay for subscribers or memberships, but just getting directly paid for your hourly work is a game changer and would pull over hundreds, if not thousands of streamers to Kick.com. And so far, this strategy Kick's been doing seems to be working. All right, they have 5 million registered users already in just a few months, which is very impressive. They're a huge, huge landing page. They got just 73 million people who went to their website in the month of May. But, you know, it's easy to hype up Kick. Let's not mistake, Twitch, still much bigger. All right, 1.1 billion. And the big thing that Kick is missing out on is a lot of creators outside of the U.S., a lot of non-English speaking creators. Twitch crushes that right now. They're huge in Germany. They're huge in Russia. They're huge in South Korea. And those markets are going to make Twitch on top for live streaming for a very long time. And it's possible that somebody like Kick can come in, or maybe YouTube if they get their act together and beat Twitch. But at least for the next 5 years, I don't think that will happen. It'll take a little bit longer than that. It seems, however, that all these things that Kick has been doing is making Twitch a bit nervous. Now, the running theory, because there was an announcement from Twitch a couple days ago, is that they announced their Partner Plus program, which is reversing their decision where they slashed everybody from 70-30 down to 50-50, back to 70-30 again. Yeah, they literally just went through a PR nightmare only to be like, just kidding, we brought it back. And now, if you are a streamer and you have 350 occurring paid subscriptions, basically tier 1 subscribers, not Prime, not gifted, 350 people who decided to give you $5 a month, they will give you a 70-30 split if you're able to hold that for 3 consecutive months, which, by the way, is exactly how their secret contract worked before. This has been leaked, so I don't feel like I'm going to get in trouble.
Yeah.
But they had this deal for a long time. When I first got 70-30, it was because I reached out through the partner portal because I heard through the grapevine that if you have 350 reoccurring paid subscriptions and you do it for 3 months, they'll give you 70-30. So they basically brought back the same exact thing that they had before. Only difference being you are only paid up to $100,000 of extra money, which seems to be the cutoff of, I assume, profitability for Twitch. And then after that, there's probably diminishing returns for streamers with 20, 30,000 subscribers. And so they don't want to pay them the millions that they might get for a 70-30 split. They want to pay them up to 100K. And so that helps all the streamers who are in between like 500 and I think, 3,000 subs, something like that.
I think there's around 1,000 streamers or something like that is at this range now, which is what it was at already, by the way, which is why it was always such a fucking silly thing for Twitch to do, because it wasn't like they never had that many streamers that they were doing this towards anyway. So it was totally fucking so unreasonable for them to come out like this. Like in the beginning. Is it inappropriate to ask what your share of subs is? It's this. I have this. NMP Law, Hasan, can I have some money for Magic the Gathering cards, please? Bitch, what do you mean? Go ask XQC. That's fucking crazy, broke boy. How about you work hard and stream more and get a fucking $100 million contract from a train, okay? What is this? Twitch and Reddit are competing for who can throw the hardest this week. Not necessarily. Why don't you show your sub count anymore? I have a fuckload of other shit on the screen, but you can see my sub count. It's public. My sub count is public. You just have to write sub count ! In the chat. You made Nick sad, did I? I'm sorry, Nick. No, there is no amount of money that would make me move to fucking Kick. Stop asking me why. I already told you. You don't even care about the actual fucking answer. It's very odd that people come in here and say, what kind of money would make you move the Kick? And then I tell you, I wouldn't, because I already make more money than I know what to do with, and I'm happy with where I'm at. And you literally fucking go, yeah, that's a lie. And it's weird. It's like a weird question to ask. And then immediately fucking turn around and be like, people will either turn around and say, what if they offered you $1 billion? You'd do it then, dog. Okay? Which is weird. Like, no, there's no difference from where I'm standing between 100 million and 1 billion and how much money I'm making currently, because I can only spend so much money and do what I love to do, which is this. And secondly, if I say that over and over again, people go, dude, fucking, that's a lie, dude. Like, you 100% would take it. It's like, okay, well, then don't ask me. Or my other favorite talking point from the NPCs in the chat usually is, why don't you take the $100 million contract and just literally fucking donate it, dude? Like, I don't get it. Yeah, dude, that seems like a good thing to do. Well, I'm already donating however much money I'm making right now, so I'm happy with what I'm doing. So how about I keep doing what I do and you keep what you do, okay? Is it an answer? I'm not okay taking gamble money. That's certainly a factor, 100%. That's definitely a factor in consideration. Yeah, absolutely. And I say that while I also qualify that, and I tell you, like, I don't give a shit that other people are, though. Like, I'm telling you, it's fucking an insane amount of money.
and then after that, you're not really going to get the bag that you might have had before. But for the most part, it is a positive step Twitch made, and I think they did it because of some of the.
Lol, you can't join the Nazi Game streaming site because you got banned. You're so jealous, crying on the floor emoji. I'm gonna get on YouTube for saying this, by the way. Hi, Mr. Beast, I love you.
Decisions that Kick has made. I think Kick is actually making a bit of a splash in this industry, and in fact, I think Kick has a really good future. To me, it seems that there's one thing that is currently holding Kick back, which is their brand, their branding, their image.
Aiden Ross and also all of the other like Aiden Ross adjacent content creators that literally fucking run their goddamn mouths nonstop. Brother, if you want a fucking legitimate website, you can't pop off on all of the subreddits and whatnot and Twitter for months on end for like showing porn to a minor audience, fucking live streaming the Super Bowl openly, constantly telling people to fucking kill themselves, saying you want to kill all trans people, telling your audience members to like slit the throats of their fucking sisters. You can't do that and then land a massive contract like the XQC one and not expect the media to fucking see all of that and actually report on it. Any fucking media reporter that's worth their salt is going to look at the platform now, literally Google it, and see all of the fucking top controversies. They're going to go to Dixerto and read all the fucking articles and be like, what the fuck is this platform? They're going to say, how do they have this kind of money? Then they're going to find out that it's actually because it's backed by Stake. Then they're going to look at the funding mechanism for Stake. Straight up, I am friends with journalists. I've been in this space for a very long time. When I tell you guys that this is how this stuff works, like that's how it works. You can say mad all you want. I want Kick to succeed. I want Kick to succeed. I don't give a fuck what you dumb donkeys think now that your favorite content creator went over there and now you can't even cope with that reality. So you come in here and you yell at me instead because that's all you know. That's all you know how to do. Okay? It's so stupid. I see Kick cutting Aiden. No, fuck no. They won't cut Aiden. They just need to do more. They just need to do more moderation on their platform. That's it. Point of this deal was to have X become the name associated with Kick, like the Live Golf thing. Yes, but Kick doesn't have a name right now in mainstream media. There is no name for Kick in mainstream media. So this is the first time the New York Times is like fucking actually covering it and taking it seriously. Wasn't you banned because Aiden and Bruce didn't like you? Bro, I literally never wanted to go to Kick. What is this fucking dumbass shit? People coming in here and being like, well, they banned you, so you can't go. Like, no, they already yelled at Aiden for saying that, and then he had to fucking go back on it and be like, oh, I'm sorry for saying it. Shut the fuck up, dumbass. Anyway, Drake promotes it a lot, definitely mainstream. Not necessarily. How many side hustles do you know of like massively influential celebrities? You don't. So this kind of coverage is going to draw ire from a lot of, it might even draw ire from like actual fucking the regulated gambling industry. And those guys are super powerful. They might get like shit from DraftKings and also like, Wynn and all these other like real casinos. So, that's something that's like, if I am the owner of this website, that's what I'm looking forward to. Like, that's what I'm trying to gear up against. Kick made his name hosting Nazis and slur screaming idiots. He didn't bring that. He just adjusted to the audience, what the audience wanted. There's also truth to that as well. But again, like I said, I want Kick to be a successful platform, and for that, they need to probably beef up their Amazon web service cloud hosting contract that they currently have because they can't even facilitate XQC streaming. That's number one. Number two, they also need to, not be the platform that is known for slur saying.
Right? For a lot of people, they won't even consider streaming on Kick, not just because of the association with gambling, and some people are calling it blood money, which is true to a point, but let's be honest, getting money from Amazon, is it that much better? Are we really trying to start a shit fight in
I already covered the Biden Fox producer that said Biden is a dictator.
Capitalism land on who is more ethical? It's kind of a losing battle on all sides. But also just because the image of who Kick allows on their website, and also who are the big faces of Kick, which to this point has been Aiden Ross, and that guy's been getting a bit unhinged. Literally last week, 2 weeks ago, he was telling Hasan to kill himself, which is crazy when he is the guy on Kick. He is the face of the website, and he's telling someone to kill himself. Not just Hasan, Jake Sucky, which is like, that dude is just like a Twitter journalist who posts stories and shit. It's crazy to say Jake Lucky deserves to be stoned to death on God. That's a crazy sentence, especially when you are the multi-million dollar face and largest streamer on a website. It doesn't really bode well for other people who are hoping to go to that website. And then there's also been a lot of issues with Kick having streamers do things that are a bit.
By the way, this is like, that is the reason. That's partially the reason why they want someone like XQC for the brand.
Nefarious, that get headlines.
Yeah. Also, I like the implication that it's more okay to say it to me than Jake Sucky. You fucking asshole. He's like, yeah, it just makes no sense for Jake Sucky, but Hasan, like, I get it. Right-wing content creator, piece of shit, dude. Look at this fucking guy. Oh, God, another goober streamer is joining Kick. Yeah, Kaya Piker is not joining Kick, okay? That's my daughter. Twitch partner Heel Mike received a one-day ban on Kick after allegedly receiving oral sex on stream.
Heel Mike got a one-day ban for getting a blowjob on stream. Those are the type of things that I think maybe stray people away from considering Kick. And then there's obviously even worse things like Kick streamer Suspendus, who's accused of having sex in front of a child while live streaming, which, again, these are the things that I think are currently holding Kick back, but I think are surmountable still. It's new enough, right? Kick is new. I think people give a little bit of leeway to newer websites to form an identity and get their moderation in control and try to fix their website. They could go down a path where they end up becoming like Rumble, where there's people who won't even touch Rumble because of the political affiliation with right-wingers. They wouldn't even dream of going on the website because even if you play Stardew Valley 24/7, just being on the website instantly connects you with a bunch of right-wingers, which probably brings an audience you might not want if all you like doing is playing Stardew Valley for people. So Kick has to do a good job avoiding that and keep having an infinite bag of money. And in the next 3 years, we got ourselves a very interesting streaming landscape with Twitch and Kick and YouTube again if they get their act together. Come on, YouTube. We're still in this, right? We are still in this. Being on YouTube right now it kind of feels like we're a third party in an American election, right? So you got Democrats, Republicans. I feel like I'm like the Green Party right now. I feel like I'm a libertarian, like we get our few percentages every single 4-year election cycle and then we move on our way. But I think we can get big one day. Come on.
Wait, what? What is he saying? The fuck did he just say?
We're a third party, a bag of money, and in the next 3 years, we got ourselves a very interesting streaming landscape with Twitch and Kick and YouTube again if they get their act together. Come on, YouTube.
Yeah, he's a libertarian.
We're still in this, right? We are still in this. Being on YouTube right now it kind of feels like we're a third party in an American election, right? So you got Democrats, Republicans. I feel like I'm like the Green Party right now. I feel like I'm a libertarian, like we get our few percentages every single 4-year election cycle and then we move on our way. But I think we can get big one day. Come on. Come on, hit my line. I got some ideas. Anyway, that's the big update. $100 million. Holy shit, that's fucking crazy. See you later. Have a good one. I'm gonna go bring my cat to the vet. So this is a one take, Jake. Hopefully it was good.
I would understand you're saying talking about the gambling bag sometimes okay if XQC wasn't already rich. I mean, I already told you I'm selfish. I'm selfish in the sense that like more competition is good for the space, it's good for the streamers, and it's good for the content watchers. So I do think that regardless of what the fucking platform is like banking on or what the platform is being funded and facilitated by, and how unsustainable I genuinely think it is in the long term, for the time being, it will. It's seemingly creating another another player in the field. Okay, that's it. That's my take. I just don't think that. I don't know. I just we'll see what happens. We'll see what happens. I think that the platform has a lot more. I think the platform needs to basically fucking do everything to genuinely moderate the platform itself. I don't think Kick serves the same market as Twitch. No, it does. It does. It's trying to. Old wound, but I think you could definitely do a one-take video essay on YouTube. No, I can't. Hasan is more selfish than people who think they don't have to subscribe to miss a 3-minute top of the hour ad break. Fuck you. Are you at all concerned about the potential political motivations at Kick, or do you just really think gambling dollars is all they care about? Yes, dude. What? Yes. No, they're not like, I don't think the fucking dudes who own the website are like, oh man, I really want to make sure that like we have the next generation of like fucking fascists or whatever. No, the reason why they're doing unrestricted TOS is because every platform deep down inside knows, no matter what you say, every platform deep down inside knows that unrestricted right-wing content is a key to success. YouTube did it for many years. TikTok is doing it still to a certain degree. Twitch is one of the few platforms that also did it, but like stopped it way before other platforms did. That's what it is. They don't give a shit about like fucking how to cultivate the next generation of fucking groiped up shouties. Okay, their goal is to make money. Their goal is to make money, just like my goal is to do that at the top of the hour when there's a 3-minute ad break. If you no longer want to see those ads, all you need to do is subscribe. Okay? Here's the 3-minute ad break now. Women find Twitch a toxic mess. Kick seems like a nuclear disaster site right now. Yeah, Twitch already has issues with like female content creators and female watchers alike. Anyway, everything with this is also dope in my opinion. Just please don't return to 12-hour gambling streams, although that's how Kick will make their money back as their current medium for ROI. Yes. I don't know what he's going to do. I don't know what he's going to do, so I'm not going to speculate on it, but the reality is that that is how they fund the website. Increase viewers and subs for you, plus. Not necessarily. I think a lot of XQC's fan base doesn't like me, so I don't think they'll come to me. They'll probably go to someone else. Let's be real. I think that that bridge has been like Juicers will look for a new guy. Okay, let's read this article and then we'll move on, okay? Because I want to see how the mainstream media is receiving it, and then we're gonna get to like some crazy shit. Penn State chemistry professor begged cops to shoot him after they caught him fucking his dog. One of Twitch's most popular streamers said on Friday he was joining a rival streaming platform, Kick, in a significant blow to the Amazon-owned site and a sign of its increasingly strained relationship with content creators. Felix Lengyel, a Canadian online known as XQC, the Lion of Level, is signing a 2-year, roughly $70 million contract with incentives that could push the total to about $100 million, said his agent Ryan Morrison. Mr. Lengyel's deal, about as large as the 2-year contract extension signed by Los Angeles Lakers LeBron James last year, could shake up the economics of the online entertainment world. This is more than most professional athletes and megastars, Mr. Morrison said. It is one of the highest deals in entertainment, period. Mr. Lengyel, 27, chats with fans, hosts reality shows, and broadcasts himself playing video games. He has become a star in the live streaming world with nearly 12 million followers and the ability to attract tens of thousands of viewers at any given time. By some metrics, he's the most popular Twitch streamer. Kick is allowing me to try and do things I haven't been able to do before, Mr. Lengyel said in a statement. I'm extremely excited to take this opportunity and maximize it into new creative and fresh ideas over the coming years. Top live stream personalities can earn millions of dollars and attract communities of loyal viewers by broadcasting their content, but a number of them have left Twitch in recent years, attracted by lucrative deals from other platforms like YouTube, and some streamers have complained that Twitch has become less responsive to its online community and more focused on profitability than keeping streamers happy. Those concerns came to a head last fall when Twitch said it would take a bigger cut of the revenue that top streamers earn from fans who pay to subscribe to their channels. Twitch altered that policy this week and rolled back a recent change restricting the kinds of advertisements that streamers could show during their broadcasts. Kick, a streaming platform backed by online gambling and gambling sites in Australia like EasyGo Gaming and Stake.com, an online casino, was launched this year and is emphasizing its streamer-friendly policies. See, this is for all of the knowledgeable parties who have eyeballs in the space. This kind of stuff is going to draw more attention. Yeah, I think the Eddie guy is Australian. It takes only 5% of streamers' earnings from subscriptions compared with the 50% cut that Twitch takes. As a startup, Kick is prepared to operate at a loss, said Ed Craven, the company's chief executive. How big of a loss? Well, a couple $100 million of a loss to begin with. Mr. Lengyel will be expected to primarily produce content for Kick, but he will not be locked into an exclusive contract with the site and could pop up on YouTube or TikTok occasionally. Mr. Craven said Mr. Lengyel still plans to appear on Twitch, though not nearly as often as he did before signing the deal with Kick. Kick is averaging 110,000 live streams a day, still dwarfed by Twitch's 7 million monthly streamers and 31. Didn't he say it was already profitable? Yeah, but they can lie. Remember, they can lie. They're not a publicly traded company. So, not at you, man. No, I know. I know. I'm saying that they lied. Yes, they did say that, and they lied. Of course they did. This is about creating something which is really centered around the creator itself and forming a community that's really built around them and not just solely around a corporate structure, Mr. Craven said. For the record, when I say I like that there are more players in the space, I'm saying that selfishly, okay? I do not believe that Kick genuinely cares about creating a competitor because, like, the people there are just, like, big streaming fans or something. I don't believe that. I think that they still, of course, ultimately want a return on that investment because Kick itself is a constantly growing marketing platform for Stake, the online gambling casino. So make no mistake, I think the ROI comes from that. No different in many respects, and actually a better deal for Kick and Stake to give $100 million to XQC than to give $100 million to Drake, because Drake ultimately is not a streamer. Drake is bringing in mainstream eyeballs, but they are not going to be loyal gamblers in the same way that XQC's fan base will be if he gambles on the platform regularly, or even if he doesn't gamble on the platform and then, he's bringing eyeballs to the platform and the other top content creators are gambling on the platform, which they will inevitably trickle down to, right? So this is about creating something which is really centered around the creator itself and forming communities really built around them. We don't feel like we really have that right to dip into your pockets and take a split of that. This is, in many respects, Twitch's fault. Not because they banned gambling, but because they keep giving other competitors an opportunity to have these kinds of PR moments. They can get this puff piece. They can get this kind of puff piece because these are puff pieces built on the backs of Twitch's mistakes. Okay? Twitch became too comfortable as the monopoly in the live streaming space, and they started making decisions that would maximize or at least make the company more profitable from Amazon's eyes, and this is the consequence of that. HasanAbi, you should go to Kick. It's more easy to laugh at you there instead of coming on to Twitch, says Synapse Kick. My friend, I welcome you to the broadcast, number one. Number two, I don't even have it in me to fucking make fun of this guy. No, you're right. Like, that's good, man. No, I'm happy for you. If this makes you happy, I hope, you know, you're doing all right. Like, I can't imagine ever fucking traveling to a different platform to shit on someone in a moment of celebration, supposedly. Like, you should be at Kick right now celebrating your favorite content creator going there or something. Like, why are you here? You know what I mean? Doesn't that spell that you're sad? Like, really fucking sad? Let's see how XQC is doing on Kick, though. Let's take a look. Because I feel like they have a lot to work on, the platform itself. Wasn't Kick a dating app or something? No. Not. Kick.com/XQC. 18 plus mature content warning. It's working. It says he has 40. Bro, what the fuck? It says he has 40 viewers, but what is happening on this fucking... Dude, this chat is crazy. What the fuck? Dude, what the fuck? This it's working, dude. It's working. What? Why is everybody spamming fucking emoji angry? What is that? No chatbot protections? That's what it is?